The WNBA, Caitlin Clark winning Player of the Week. And who would have ever guessed that people were going to lose their minds? Who would have ever guessed that people were going to call it rigged? Like, did Kelsey Mitchell deserve Player of the Week? It was close. It was absolutely close. Like, I gotta be real here. It was very, very close. And I'm okay with it going to Caitlin. I would have been okay with it going to Kelsey. Player of the month clearly is Kelsey Mitchell. And for people being like, oh, Caitlin Clark did more this month. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Caitlin Clark was injured for half the month. Caitlin Clark scored 34 total points before July the 17th. From July the 1st to July the 17th, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Caitlin Clark scored 34 total points. So, no. You can't win Player of the Month in a month where you were injured for half of it. It doesn't work like that, especially when your teammate averaged like 30. But everyone losing their mind being like, oh, Kelsey Mitchell is going to leave. Kelsey Mitchell is going to leave Indiana. She's getting disrespected. Kelsey Mitchell on Instagram reposting the Eastern Conference Player of the Week for Caitlin Clark. Like, Kelsey Mitchell wants to get paid. Like, he wants to get paid. It is, or she wants to get paid. It's as simple as that. I don't think Kelsey Mitchell goes out of her way to care about accolades. Like, why would she care too much about accolades when Kelsey Mitchell no one cared about her before Caitlin Clark got there, and she made that known. That the Fever were the only team that wanted her. People didn't want her. Like, she was seen as a worse Enrique before Caitlin Clark got there. And when it comes to getting Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell's still doing the same thing, except now it's for a winning team. And like, Kelsey Mitchell just does Kelsey Mitchell things. And 80% of the time it's a good thing. 20% of the time it's a bad thing. But right now, she is in the best form of her life, and again, would be probably winning an MVP. If she was doing what she's doing now last year, she'd probably be top of the MVP candidate. But if we're being real here, everybody losing their damn mind except for, the player who apparently got snubbed. Apparently the player got snubbed. Kelsey Mitchell deserved. On the WNBA's post, everything is about Kelsey this, Kelsey that. Oh, this is why players will never come play with Caitlin Clark. Just a newsflash. There's not going to be one guard. There is not going to be a single guard like that ever is going to come to the Fever. There's no star guard. The Fever don't want the star guard. You want a Ty Harris type. You just don't. Mate, you want a better power forward. But like, you straight up don't want that. You want to go out and find role players, and role players will have zero like care about coming to the Indiana Fever. But it's so funny again, like, it's all of this. All of this is about trying to tear down Caitlin. Someone said in the comment section, they don't care about Kelsey Mitchell, they care about going against Caitlin. Yeah, these people never... Like, these people vote with Kelsey Mitchell, by the way. Like, if you know anything about the WNBA subreddit, it is a Caitlin Clark... It is basically Caitlin Clark hate brigade. Like, they are okay with anything as long as it's against Caitlin Clark. Anything goes as long as it's anti-Caitlin Clark. If it's pro-Caitlin Clark, you're going to struggle. But if it's anti-Caitlin Clark, anything goes. Even the anti-Caitlin Clark people voted Kelsey Mitchell in 2024 as the most overrated player in the WNBA. As the most overrated. Because she made the All-Star team over Kennedy Carter. That is literally what people were saying. Because she made the All-Star team over Kennedy Carter, she was the most overrated player. She's not dumb. She knows that not that her life is made easier. She scores easier with Caitlin. And these people are going out of their way to make sure as hell that that they can put down Caitlin at all times, at all costs. And we're now looking at a player who is easily, in my opinion, the best, not easily, but in my opinion, the best offensive player to ever play in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark. The best offensive engine. And you have Kelsey Mitchell, who is one of the best play finishers. Who, there is no player in the WNBA better at using Caitlin Clark's gravity to their advantage than Kelsey Mitchell. When they aren't playing against each other, when realistically, like sometimes they play off each other, sometimes they play against each other, sometimes playing against each other works, but when they're playing off each other, they are they're the best duo. Like, they might go down as one of the best duos ever. I'm not going to say the best duo ever because you have Lauren Jackson and Sue Bird, you have Cynthia Cooper and Cheryl Swoops. And that wasn't even just there for the duo. Like, I think as much as people online try to pit them against each other, I think for being real, they'll say it themselves. Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark like playing with each other. There are times they might get frustrated at each other, but in general, they like playing with each other. So, yeah, I don't know why people are so worried about, you know, Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark and one of these awards. Like, and this is one of those things where I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real. Like, I understand that Caitlin Clark is the offensive engine. I understand that Caitlin Clark will always generate more points than a Kelsey Mitchell. I understand that. I'm not even arguing Kelsey's better than Caitlin. But if you are trying to say that Caitlin Clark was better on Sunday than Kelsey Mitchell because she generated more points via assists as well, like, then that is in my opinion, that's a crazy take. That's basically attributing every bucket that Kelsey Mitchell made to Caitlin Clark as well. I know that's a crazy take, but no, like, people are losing their damn minds. But at the same time, like, does it really matter? Does it really matter whether or not Caitlin Clark is who's better because they're on the same team? Like, I get it, you're gonna have opinions, but like, do we want to turn this into a Tatum and Brown? Because if this is a Caitlin or Kelsey and team needs to make a choice at the end of the year, then yeah, we have these discussions. But right now they're on the same team. So yeah, I don't really think you can see much.